Let's see. On about 10 minutes early. There we go. That way I can see the comments. Hello. I'm a little bit early, but just wanted to set up. Trying to make it easier for me to see the chat. Can't find my glasses, so I mean, it's not gonna help. It's still small, but at least I'll be able to see something. Don't be afraid to chat, guys. Come on in. We're gonna be talking about Amari's mother, Tayler Nicholson, and how do you guys feel about her being arrested? And I don't want it to play loud. We got a few minutes here, so don't understand why it doesn't want me to see the chat on this, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. I could see it at least on this screen. So yeah, we'll be talking about Tayler Nicholson and her recent arrest, and just talk about how you guys feel. Do you feel like this is going to be another step towards Amari, or is it just she just got caught? So we'll talk about that. I guess we can talk a little bit about her boyfriend, but there's not really anything to say about him. So I got a couple of articles pulled up over here that we can discuss about Tayler and her, you know, her being caught for prostitution. And I'll just be reading out a couple of the articles, and you guys can follow along if you want to. I'll tell you what news sites they're on, and then if you guys want to read along, you can. If you guys just want to listen, you can as well. Yeah, so we found out today that she was arrested for prostitution. At first it was kind of unclear in the beginning when I was searching for it. They were only showing like little pictures. They weren't telling us really what happened. And so now that we have more information, It's time to do some digging and see what else we can find. See what else we can find on her. I mean, she's pretty open with all her information anyway, so it's not like she's trying to hide it. Let's see. Miss Taylor. LR. There we go. Another article right here. I'm just gonna pull up as many as I can find, see if any of them have different information. They're all pretty much kind of the same, but if you guys want to, we'll go over that. And you guys can just tell me how you guys feel about it all. Okay, that's another article. Now let's see. Let's find one more. There's one I really want to find for you guys, so I'm going to be looking for that one. Let's see. Hi everybody that just came in. We're going to be talking about Taylor. Hey Etta B. Hi LiQWYD. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Okay, wait. You guys are sending me somewhere I didn't ask to go. Taylor. H, yeah. Mars mother. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Welcome everybody, welcome, welcome. One more. Let's see. We'll be getting started here in a moment. So I can't show you guys what I'm seeing, but I'll let you guys know where it's at and where you can find it so that you can read along. Or if I can, I'll ask you guys if you can hear it, if you guys want to listen in on some of these. There we go. Let's delete that part. Because we all know she had OnlyFans, correct? We know she had an OnlyFans page, and a lot of us were kind of like, okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You do what you got to do. But when she went on there and changed her dollar amount to, I believe it was like $20, she went from, you know, a low amount all the way to $20 after her son passed away. And so I don't know if she was using that as her new form of income, but it's like you're going to use your son's death for, you know, and more income on that type of website. It's kind of, you know, not cool, but if that's how she wanted to do it, then I guess so. And then we know about the, why do I always can't remember the site name, the GoFundMe. We know there was multiple of those. Hey AJ, how are you? Hey family. So how do you guys feel about the arrest? Do any of you guys feel like it's a step towards them trying to get more information? Or do you feel like it's just what it is? Do you feel like she just got caught and that's it? Or do you feel like they're using this as a tactic to get more information from her? Because yesterday we were talking about it, and it's kind of like, yeah, you had to know something if you came back to the apartment, and if the police seen blood splattered on the walls, we're sure she's seen it as well. So how do you guys feel about that? LiQWYD, Etta B, AJ, how do you guys feel about that? Oh no, you guys can hear the sirens. Let's see. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's go, let's go. Okay, just wanted to start on time, so here we go. So, LiQWYD says, hey Tinky, how are you? Thank you for showing up. LiQWYD says, I think they've been watching her. I think they've been watching her as well because, I mean, yes, he did confess, but it's like, how much more did she know? I mean, you knew that he was abusing your son. Your mother, her mom, said she went to pick her up and she's seen bruises all over the baby's face. So Tayler had to have known that he was abusive to her son. And why would you leave him with him? I don't care how much he's threatened you. That's a 2-year-old. He can't defend himself. He can't get on the phone. He can't call and say, hey, mom, you know, Terrell's doing this to me. He can't even communicate that to you really to your face. But you see the bruises on his face and it's like, where did this come from? Either she sat there and watched him do it, or he would do it when she's not around. But you see the evidence. I don't understand how she could do that. Etta B says, maybe they will try to question her about it. Yeah, of course they're going to question her about it because it's not over yet. We're just at the beginning. He hasn't even went to trial. None of that has happened yet. So, yeah, they want to probably see how much more they can get. But at the same time, with the charge that she went in, it was only a $5,000 bond. So, that means 10%, she only has to pay $500 to get out. I'm sure she would have someone, or maybe whoever she got caught with, she previously arranged it. On those type of cases, I'm sure it's just like a bookend, and then you're on your way. So, Tinky says, hello everyone. Please hit that. Thank you for showing love, letting everybody know. But yeah, so I'm gonna pull up some of these. I don't know why this is running slow. I don't know if it's because I have a lot of windows opened on her right now. But yeah, this morning we find out she was arrested. Me and SP were on the phone. She's like, hey, you know what happened? Did you see? So we're like, getting the information. So it says, I'm going to be looking at their 3 News, 13, and 8. Channel Fox 5 News was where I first clicked to look for the information. But, yeah, those are the ones we're going to be looking at. So I'm going to just go ahead and click out of this one. And then we're going to go share over to this one. Let me see. Okay. You guys have any opinions about it? On what's going on right now with her and her arrest? Have any of you guys looked it up? Each one I click on, they're like going so slow. Like they don't want to give me the information. So here we go. I wish I can do both, like see your guys' comments and read this at the same time. I'm not sure. Let's go. And someone had like a really good question about if it was legal there. And I have some information on that as well in my phone. So I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'm going to read it out, and then I'll let you guys also hear, and you guys can let me know if you guys can hear it. So LiQWYD says, I also think Terrell is talking. That's why it's not the death penalty. Yes, I believe that too. And since he came out with the information, he didn't do it right when he needed to, but he did it to where it was like not a lot of money put into looking for Amari. So I feel like they're going to kind of take that into consideration. But him getting those additional attempted murder charges, that's you know, that's going to play more of a part into it. I don't feel like he's going to be able to get like a 50 to life. I think it's going to be a mandatory like life sentence. I mean, he went for the gun. He was trying to take his life that way rather than, I mean, you did it. You got to do the time now, you know? Hey, Let's Talk News. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Shay Works. Thanks for being in the building. You're always right there. I mean, I'm hoping she wakes up and leaves and goes back to Colorado. Etta B says, I do too. That she should have went back and been with her mother during this. I mean, you need to be around your mom, but maybe the fast money and the fast life is causing her to want to stay in Las Vegas. So I'm not sure if that's the problem with it, or maybe there's an addiction and she's afraid to leave that area. I'm not sure. Where's my mouse? Let's see. Here's a message from Let's Talk News. She needs to be grieving instead of, yeah, she needs to be grieving instead of that word. Yeah, she shouldn't, no gardening tools. We don't need that right now. You should be, I mean, I would be at that grave site. I don't know what I would do. My 2-year-old, and I mean, the way he was taken, I would feel like I had everything to do with that. Like, everything to do with it. So, LaKendra says, what happened to the ex-boyfriend? I don't know. You know what? I don't know if it was just he's seen it and he wanted to like get the word out about how she was, because he said, yeah, she was all about herself. She didn't really care about anything but whatever she wanted to do. So pretty much he was more of the parent more than anything. So who knows? But we do know he had a girlfriend. So he's probably doing his own thing, grieving in his own way. I mean, I'm not sure what his thought process is right now. I mean, he still has, like, you know, some of the items that he remembers Amari by. So, if this would be nice to me and go ahead and scroll down, we could take a look at this. I want to actually go to the, okay, so it says, the mother of Amari Nicholson, the 2-year-old boy killed and buried near the Las Vegas apartments. Oh my gosh, don't do this to me. I'm just trying to see this. But she looks really nice in the pictures. I don't know if you guys, from the interviews to her arrest picture, she looks a lot better. It says, again, the mother of Amari Nicholson, the 2-year-old boy killed and buried near the Las Vegas apartments in May, was arrested Wednesday on prostitution charges. Tayler Nicholson, 21, faces 3 counts of soliciting, engaging in prostitution, according to jail records obtained by 8 News Now. She is also charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous weapon. She is being held at the Clark County Detention Center on a $5,000 bond, and she is scheduled to make her initial court appearance Wednesday. So, caught Wednesday, appearance Wednesday. Let me see if I can let you guys, let me scroll down a little bit more and see if there's any more for me to read. She looks nice in her little black dress. Okay, it continues to say, Nicholson's boyfriend, Terrell Rhodes, is charged in Amari Nicholson's death. According to prosecutors, Rhodes admitted killing the boy after Rhodes became angry when the boy urinated on himself. Tayler Nicholson was out of town when the boy was killed, and Rhodes reportedly told her the boy was picked up by another family member. Then it says, let's see if there's any more. Yes, there is some more. Okay, and it says, when the boy couldn't be found, she was, okay. When the boy couldn't be found, she was at the front of community efforts to find him. Amari's biological father posted on Facebook a message on Wednesday morning that said, "Free Tayler." So, Amari's biological father is even saying, "Free her." So, who knows what their dialogue has been since Amari has passed. I mean, for him to go on his Facebook and post that after, all of this that's going on, after she already threw him under the bus with her and Terrell's version of what happened to Amari. Hey, he has a pretty forgiving heart to me. He's always seemed like a very great guy. So, kudos to him for not having any anger or hatred in his heart towards her, and to be able to say and be the bigger person and say, "Free Tayler." That shows who's the bigger person in this situation. So before I play the news clip, I'm going to bounce back to the comments just to check and see if any of you guys are saying anything, because I don't have a split screen. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Let's see if I can see it on here. That way, that'll be way easier if I could. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube on here. See if we can find it on here, because going back and forth like this is just not really practical. Let's see. Here we go. I think it's because I have multiple windows open about this case. Okay, yeah, this will be great. Let's see, because I can see it on here. So it says, oh, hey, I see Sugar Mama in the building. How are you doing? Let's see what else we have here. LiQWYD says, she needs to get out and go wherever her mom is and start over. I agree, especially since her mom was already trying to help her out and get her to where she could help her out. Yes, Tayler, if you watch this, if someone watches this that knows her, please go back, go to your mom and start over. Go and help her out like you originally said. Completely wipe this out. We know that it's devastating. It's a devastating event, and you'll never forget it. Go to Colorado. Start over. You can't put this behind you. And I know you want to be there for the court dates, as you should, because, it was heartless what happened, and Amari needs justice. A 2-year-old dealing with that, no. Okay, so I'm going to try and play this. Hopefully you guys can hear it, and I will be looking at the chat so you guys can let me know if you can hear it. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Let me take it off silent over there. Off silent. Let me look at some more of the comments.
But released her on her own reconnaissance.
Let me start over. Start over for me, please. Let's drag this back. Okay, now let's play.
And the mother of a toddler allegedly killed by her boyfriend on
What's happening? What's happening?
Prostitution charges. We are talking about Tayler Nicholson, who faced a judge.
Are you not going to play all the way for me? Give me a second, guys. And let me also know if you can hear it when it starts. If you guys can just put ones, so that way I know that you guys can hear what I am hearing. to go ahead and click out of that. I don't think it's gonna want to play for me, but we'll see if it starts over. But anyway, so I want to know what you guys feel about this situation. What do you think Taylor's gonna do? Do you think she's gonna take this as a learning point and start over, go back home, change her life, change the way she's living? Because she said she was trying to get a job out there. So are you going to get the job and, you know, start all over? Or do you think she's going to stay? What do you guys think? Sugar Mama says, Taylor needs to be locked up, needs to detox, and needs a reality check. A real job training, some time behind to get on her feet, and a high school diploma. Yes, she does. She needs to take this time and consider it time to reflect on her life, time to, you know, look back on the decisions that she's already made and realize they haven't gotten her anywhere till now. And it seems like she has her ex behind her. So she needs to take this as a learning point, as a stepping stool. Seems like he'll have her back. So I feel like that's a really good comment. At Tinky says, exactly. Yes, guys, let me know how you feel. I mean, I was going to play the news clip, but having some difficulties right now. So moving right along. If it wants to go ahead and play, I may do it that way. But if not, you know what? Let me see if I can find it on here. Maybe it'll play for me that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click out of here. And I'm going to go to Taylor. Thank you guys for sticking this out with me all the time. I'm new to this, getting it together. It'll get better and better as I go. But gotta roll with the punches, right? Nicholson. So when all fails, keep moving along. I want to play this for you guys though, so you guys can hear exactly what is being said if you guys have not heard it. So here we go. Go back one so you guys can show me the videos. Here we go. I'll play this one. Let's see if you guys can hear this. Open on YouTube. Okay. Let's see if you guys can hear it.
And the mother of a toddler allegedly killed by her boyfriend, now arrested on prostitution charges. We are talking about Tayler Nicholson, who faced a judge today. She is charged with 3 counts of prostitution and 1 count of possession of a deadly weapon. Police say she offered sex to an undercover detective and had brass knuckles with her at the time. Her boyfriend is charged with killing her 2-year-old son, Amari. We'll update you on developments regarding his charges in just a moment. After Taylor faced the charges today in court, the judge released her on her own recognizance.
I would ask that any release be conditioned on an order out of the resort court order.
Her next court appearance is at the end of July. Christian.
So that is a news clip from Channel 8 News. And so you heard she got caught by an undercover cop. So I believe it was LaKendra, like she said. I believe they're watching her. Yeah, they're watching her, and they already know the job that she chooses to do. So of course they can, one of them can contact her and, you know, set up a date. And she went for it. And I know brass knuckles sounds like something so minor, but you can't have that on you. You just can't walk around with brass knuckles. And she may have had it for protection, but you just can't do that. You cannot do that. So I'm going to go back to check on your guys' comments and see what you guys feel about what you guys just heard. Let's see. This is not the ideal way that I would have wanted to do this, but hey, we're gonna have to do it however we gotta do it. Let's see, can we back this up? I want to get back to you guys' comments so that we can discuss what you guys just heard. A-O-M-I-I-C-H-Y-N-A-D. For all of you guys that have stuck it out with me these last 2, 3, 4 days, thank you. I can only say thank you. You never know how hard this really is until you do it. I mean, and some people are like, it's not that hard, but for someone that's not really, oh, let me lower this down because you guys can hear everything that's being said on here. I don't want to do that to you guys. So, okay, let me get to these comments. Let's see, are you guys going to make it easy for me or not? Open in YouTube. Open in YouTube. Thank you. And someone asked me on one of my other videos and one of the messages if it was legal in Las Vegas to sell your body, and no, it's not. I know that's always the misconception, and people think, oh, it's okay to do that, and it's not. It's not. When I first moved out to Las Vegas, I thought it was legal as well. I mean, you see the people on the strip and they're tossing those little cards at you, and you're kind of like, okay, is this okay? Is this what you guys do out here? And no, it's not legal. It's not legal at all. So it is legal in Nevada though. It's legal in Nevada in certain cities, like Pahrump, and that's not very far from the Las Vegas Strip, and that's why they do hand those cards out, because right outside of Las Vegas, literally they'll put you in a depending on how you want to go and how much money you're spending, they will put you in like a either one of their company cars or a limousine, and they get as many people as they can and they drive you out there. It's literally like this one road that takes you straight out to Pahrump, and that's where it's okay to do it. And so there's like, I guess I've never been there, but from what I hear is there's a bunch of brothels out there, and that's where people go to participate in those activities. But I do know that there are other cities in Nevada where it is okay. So yes, let's see, let me scroll back because I got back in here. So let's see, let's talk news. Amari's dad is being nice so he can get some good. You guys are crazy. Oh no. Sugar Mama says they've been watching her big time. Yeah, they sure have been watching her, and she makes it easy access to her with how public she is with her activities. And when you're doing something like this, I mean, you have to be public with it so that you can get the clientele that you want. So they've been watching her, and I'm sure they picked the best cop that can pass for the job. She fell for it, went out, and got caught. So, I mean, but they released her on her own recognizances. So I don't feel like they really are going to question her or want to question her any further, because if they did, they wouldn't have released her on OR. So I don't know. Let's see. Etta B. You always hope for the best for people, but understand that people have to want to change. Yes, you do. If she wants better, she will try and not... I cannot see. And not negate her grief at all. My prayers go up for her. Yes. I mean, I definitely wouldn't wish bad on anyone or any negative to come upon them, especially when you've lost a child. No one can grieve or feel the way that Tayler is grieving, and everybody grieves in their own way. So, I mean, I feel bad, and I feel like now she'll make better choices in the future so that that won't happen again. You know, I think she needs to hold off with the children and having children and choosing men that are no good. Hold off on that until she can make better decisions. Etta B, yeah, I answered that question. You thought escorting was legal, and it is not legal in Las Vegas. It's not legal in Clark County. So the Strip is not even considered Las Vegas. It's considered Clark County. And I don't know if she got caught from the Strip or caught from a site she was on. I'm not sure that. I'm sure that that will come out later. Hey, Martha, how are you? Nice to join us. Thank you. So in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can find the cities, because I have the cities on the phone that's up there and on my laptop, but it's acting its own way right now. So let's see, I had it on here, so I'm gonna just look up the same site I had so I can tell you exactly where, but I know for sure it is not legal in Las Vegas, even though people say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas and everybody thinks it's legal. It is not. Let me see. Let's see. In Las Vegas. Okay, so it says, okay, so, and it's only legal in like brothels and things like that. So if it'll pull it up for me, that will be awesome. Being that I have to go this right now. Okay, so it says, prostitution and soliciting are legal in 10 Nevada counties. So it's only legal in 10. Both brothels, both prostitution and soliciting of prostitution are illegal throughout Clark County, which includes Las Vegas and Reno. So, a first prostitution offense is generally charged as a misdemeanor. The max sentence is 6 months in county jail and a fine of $1,000. But courts often impose just a fine and an AIDS awareness class. No actual jail time. Is prostitution legal in Nevada? Yes. Regulated licensed brothels. Prostitution is currently legal in Nevada, but only in the following counties: Churchill County, Ilko County, Esmeralda County, Humboldt County, Lander County, Lyon County, Mineral County, Nye County, Story County, and White Pine County. So those are the only 10 places where it is legal. And it said it is legal in licensed brothels. So like on OnlyFans or the Craigslist and all those sites that you can go on to do those types of activities are not, it's not legal. These counties are prohibited by any act of prostitution outside of Nevada's legal brothels. All sex workers employed by brothels must be adults, have working cards, get paid fair wages, and work from their own free will. Example of illegal prostitution includes street walking, escort services, and happy ending massage parlors. Currently, about 21 brothels operate throughout 7 rural Nevada counties. The nearest legal brothel to Las Vegas, legal brothels to Las Vegas are located in Pahrump, like I said earlier, which is in Nye County. State law now allows licensed brothels to employ male sex workers as well as females, but it rarely happens. So now I'm gonna bounce back to the comments so I can see what you guys are saying, being that I'm doing all that reading. Let's see, where were we? Woo, woo, woo. It's going. Okay. So Shay Work says, you're rocking, Naomi. Thank you so much. I'm trying, guys. LaKendra, only at the brothels. Yes. Tinky says, if she really wants to check, she would have went and got a job and signed up for school or relocated or got counseling or something. Yes. If she wanted to change, she would have definitely, I mean, the least you can do is go get enrolled in school. That'll at least, and it's online for a lot of places. That's just as she's going on her phone and doing what she's doing. In that meantime, she could be on her phone getting a new career behind herself. Counseling for sure, because she's definitely been through a lot of things and she needs someone to talk to. I believe that will benefit her greatly. Martha says she needs help. Yes, she does. Tinky says she could have checked in a rehabilitation center and not sold her body. She sure could have. But the thing is, does she want to change? If she doesn't want to change, she's not going to check herself into that type of place because she'll be separated from her habits and the income that she'll be able to have from that. Hey, Miss Dee Dee, thanks for joining us. Miss Dee Dee says she should have been working at one of those 16 counties that have legal brothels. I mean, the closest one to her is in Nye County in Pahrump. I mean, it's a bit of a drive, but if that's what she wants to do, she needs to go ahead, get her working card. And I think that's what stops a lot of people, because I don't know her full background, but she may not be able to obtain a working card, and you have to have a working card to be able to work out there, and I'm pretty sure they have to pass a background check. LaKendra says she can put a bucket down in downtown and strut her stuff. Hey, there's girls out there with their little feathers on. She could put a costume down. She could go put a costume on, go downtown, talk to guys, and put a little bucket. Yes, she can. She said I meant 10. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about because it said 16. Yeah, I know what you meant, Miss D. And then let's see. Who is next? Hey, Miss Vu. Hey, girl, you look so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Etta B says, and now her 100% freedom. Miss Vu says, oh my God, did Taylor really get arrested? I have to celebrate. Yes, she got arrested, but not for what we thought it would be. I mean, yeah, you would think, yeah, she would get arrested for this, but I'm sure she's probably had many encounters with this type of arrest for her, you know, prostituting and things like that. Hey, new sub. Thank you, Vu. Thank you for subbing. Hey, Debbie. It says, keep your head up. Things are going to get easier, Naomi. Thank you so much. I mean, sometimes I feel so overwhelmed by this. I'm not used to being on, you know, on cam and camming up, and I'm not really used to it. So when I started on SP News Nuggets, getting on there, I kind of got comfortable with that. And so now doing it on my own, where I have to actually do the work, I didn't know how hard it was to like set stuff up and put things together, but I'm getting it as I go. So thank you, Miss D, and thank you, Debbie, for those words of encouragement. Thank you. Let's Talk News says you're a natural. Thank you. Ms. D, Pahrump is only 30 to 45 minute drive. Uber can take her if she needs a ride. If it's 30 to 45 minutes, I'm pretty sure brothels have, I don't want to say pretty sure because I really don't know. I've never been to one. I've never seen one. But I'm going to probably look and see. I don't know. I don't know if they have a list or how they choose the girl, but I'm pretty sure it'll be more safe to where she does not have to bring brass knuckles with her. I believe they test for any diseases or anything like that. So, I mean, they're giving her an AIDS awareness test with the arrest she just had earlier today. So hopefully she'll take that into consideration to, you know, have her body, like, preserve that. So I think they test them before, so it'll be, I mean, safer, and I'm pretty sure they use protection. So that would be a better option to where you're not in harm's way, and to where, I mean, it's all around safe. You get a ride out there and you're making more money. I don't know if they get their money nightly or weekly, bi-weekly. I'm not sure on how that works, but hey, her tips, if they get tips, should be enough to get her back and forth. Or she can choose a few days to go stay out there and do what she needs to do, and then come back. You'll have the money to do it. Let's see. Let's see. Martha says, you're doing it, girl. Thank you so much, Martha. Thank you for being here with me as well. Vu says, you actually look like a natural. So I was kind of like confused on why you have so many little viewers. You will blow up in no time. I just started this, so I don't know. Hopefully I get more, you know, people coming in and listening. I take my time to look over things. If I'm stating something that's fact that I've seen, and I've seen receipts on it, and I verified it through multiple sources, I will let you guys know. Otherwise, we are all just in here talking and discussing cases and saying our theories or our opinions, so we don't get that mixed up and don't give out not factual information, because I would hate to give information to where people run with it and are spreading things that are not accurate. So here, everything is just speculation. Nothing is 100%, you know, accurate unless I say I have receipts, I have these facts here, you can go find it here. That's when we'll know it's true. It says, LaKendra says, I wish she could change her life. I wish she could change her life too. I mean, growing up in that fast life gives you a false sense of security. You feel like you'll always have that chance. I mean, that, you know, it's like a security blanket. You feel like you can always run to that when anything goes wrong. And you don't know what can happen from day to day. It's very dangerous. Anything could happen. So she kind of needs to take this as a learning lesson and see, you can't trust everybody. You can't just trust any and everybody. So she needs to get it together. Taylor, let's get it together, hon. Let's get it together. Miss D, all brothels here all brothels here complete a full, hold on, it's scrolling up, a full pay down of a customer. They also have their own transportation and to and from the establishment. Just ask Lamar Odom. I read that, but in my mind I was like, don't read it. But hey, true. And if this is true, that they have their own transportation there and back, Taylor, let's hop on this. If you can make it happen, if you can get a working card and this is what you want to do this. But as you're doing it, put yourself through school. Do not let this be your only choice. So that would be my advice. If you want to do this, if you have to do it, if you can't, do it safely and go to school. or get, you know, a little 9 to 5. Let's see. Shay works by faith. Since Tayler likes to entertain, she needs to turn that habit around, open up a business selling lingerie and, you know, fun toys. At least then she will be making money the legal way. Very true. She can do that. I mean, she cleans up very nicely. She's a very pretty girl. I mean, she has a lot of options out there. And I mean, there's other things that she can do that is legal out there, that is in the same profession and is not as dangerous as that, you know? So there are a lot of other ways that she can do this. And I think that since she got some notoriety from baby Amari, she's using that, and she's using it in a negative way. And I feel like she should have took all that hurt that she's experienced from this situation and put it to something better. Put it to something, get a law, put something behind his name. Don't let his name go in vain. Get a law passed out there. You know, I mean, Caitlin Boswell, just recently, there was a law passed that you have to report a child under the age of, I believe, 12 or 13 missing within 24 hours. That way there's not all this sketchiness and we're not knowing for hours and days where children are going. That way people have to straighten up on their story and get it together and not have all this time to come up with all this fabricated information and stories, elaborate stories at that, blaming the biological dad's family. That was a bit much right there. So put Amari's name, get a law passed for him so that his little name does not go in vain. I would say that's something she needs to focus her energy on. Let's see. I'm going to be wrapping it up in a little bit, so I'm going to be reading a couple of these comments. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them if I can. I'll be following this a little bit more and seeing what I can find, and I'll be finding out information about these other places to see if, like, yeah, find out information about other options she could have taken, you know, and see where she goes from now. If she does decide to change her life and decides to take now this another event in her life to change. How many things negative do you need to happen before you say, hey, let me wake up? I don't understand. Okay, let's see. Next comment will be Tinky says, Tayler, please sit. Have several seats, Tayler. I mean, take this time out. Miss D says, I've been in Vegas all my life, and some of the women that work there is putting themselves through school. For real, for real. Yes. I mean, if you're gonna do it, yeah, you're making pretty good money. Put yourself through school.